Hello, and hopefully it works this time. This is my second time recording this video because the first time it actually everything just froze. Thankfully, because I then noticed that I had no audio. So, real quick, this is how to book Dynamite, and the reason why I wanted to do this video was because AEW Dynasty, which was an event that happened last weekend. It was an amazing event. Great overall. I did a prediction video. Everything happened as I kind of predicted it was gonna happen. So I don't know, like top tier uh, event, and probably the best match I ever witnessed happen in that event, and many other great matches. So just want to say, Will Ospreay versus Ryan Danielson, best match I ever seen. Pac versus Okada was amazing. Kyle O'Reilly versus Roderick Strong. A lot of people not talking about that match, but that match was incredible. Like great technique, everything. Like wow, amazing. And then of course the ladder match between the Young Bucks and FTR was amazing. And there was a lot of other great stuff, but I would say those are the four highlights of the show. Sorry. But anyway, going strong from that event, you got to continue everything. You got to build from there. Um, I already had something prepared, but I guess Tony Khan announced a few matches, some which to me honestly made no sense, but it is what it is. And this is how I would book everything with what I know that he already scheduled. And let's start. So the first thing I would do is, of course, start the show with a package showing the highlight of AEW Dynasty, which was the pay per view. And you kind of highlight everything and you show everything. You finish it off with who is your new AEW World Champion. As soon as that happens, you hit the music and Swerve Strickland comes out. Now, he has a match already announced for Dynamite. However, I will have him come out, cut a small promo as, you know, how he plans to be champion, whatever. He's super over. He can cut a small promo, and as soon as he's done with the promo, music hit. But the music that I will hit will actually be Will Ospreay. I will have Will Ospreay come out. He's the You got the two hottest person in the company right now. You come out, you face up, he kind of congratulates him. They go a little bit back and forth in the mic. However, he tells him it's your time, celebrate. But I'm coming for that belt sooner or later. He leaves. While he leaves and he's going up the ramp, Kyle Fletcher music hits. Kyle Fletcher comes out. They have a little stare down. Will Ospreay and him. They have a little history. I believe the first match on, after he officially signed was versus Kyle Fletcher. They had an amazing match. So you can also tease that, have it for the future. And you start the match, Kyle Fletcher versus Swerve Strickland. I'm sure they're gonna have a great match, and that's a great way to start the show. Right after that, I will go another package video showing Tony Storm, the AEW World Champion, retaining versus Thunder Rosa. Sorry, Thunder Rosa. They had a great match also, and you kind of showcase Thunder Rosa. Of course, she probably won't put her in the show, and if I would put her, I don't have her on the show right now. But what I would do is maybe her talking with uh, the Virtuoso, which did came out and help eliminate Mariah May. So maybe she can have an interaction where she thanks the Virtuosa. They have a little change of words, something very small, very brief, somewhere during the show. I can have something like that. But anyway, package Sony Storm. Then you have the next match that was announced, and that would be none other than Anna Jay versus Mina Shirakawa. Now, I love Anna Jay. I think I think She has she has the aura of being a champion. However, it's not her time. She hasn't been built right, unfortunately. So for this match, I would have her lose. But the reason I would have her lose is because I would have her lose because of Mariah May. Somehow she interferes, and then when that happens, Tony Storm's looking at the screen. She's not happy at the screen. Maybe you even, because of her character, have her destroy the ring and then just destroy not the ring, the monitor, and then said that she never cared and just leave or something like that. But just have her not be happy. You kind of start building that you kind of start teasing that she's not happy with Mariah May. You can even build something before the match, because here's the thing. I think Mariah May should be next online versus Tony Storm, and honestly, I would probably put the belt on her, even if it's just briefly. But we'll see. I think she has a great character, great charisma, and she's shown she can wrestle some. After that, I have the Bullet Club. I mean, the Bullet Club. Uh, they were very pretty hot. This whole storyline with the Acclaim wasn't the best, but they got the win. They're the new trios champion. You have them celebrate. As they celebrate, you have the lights come out, and then you have the other trios that actually won, which was none other than I was gonna say the Dark Order, the House of Black. Oh my God, the House of Black, and you have them come out with no what's her name? I have the notes. Julia Hart. No Julia Hart. You mentioned that she's been going through some trauma after losing the belt. That way, you kind of reference her match, and you know you do the whole face off. Maybe you have them go at each other. Honestly, I would have them just. This is one you can get away. I don't like the stare down, but you can have the stare down, have the whole lights come out, and whatever they leave, and you can go from there. Um, then the next thing I will have, so we have here Chris Jericho is going to talk. Honestly, Chris Jericho hasn't been too relevant as of lately. I haven't been much interested in his stuff. I think the whole Hook thing was kind of interesting in some way, but I feel like it felt kind of rushed. Um, so I don't know. He'll talk. He'll do his thing. There was a moment that he was pretty hot, but I think he needs a break. But that's just me. But hopefully he comes with something creative and something interesting. But that's there. We also have something that honestly I think it shouldn't be on the show, but we have here the best. Who's your best friend? Whatever that means. I don't even know if this is a match, if this is a segment, or what. If this is a match between Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta, which what looks like from the poster, then I will have Chuck Taylor turn on Orange Cassidy. Establish the best friends as heels, and maybe you can get something interesting from there. However, if this is just a segment between these three, then what I would do is actually I would make Orange Cassidy a heel and turn on Chuck Taylor. I feel like that can be interesting. They team up with Trent Beretta, they turn on Chuck and build something there. Hopefully, Orange Cassidy, as a heel, he gets back some of his groove, because he was pretty hot with the crowd, but as of lately, he kind of lost that a little bit. But maybe as a heel, that can work. So that's something I would definitely try. Um, you have the other TBS. You have the TBS champion too, which Willow became your new TBS champion. You can have her come out, celebrate, cut her promo, and I will have her call out Mercedes Moné. Have Mercedes Moné come out, and Mercedes Moné, honestly, she's been pretty stale. She hasn't done much. this will be the perfect opportunity to have her, the typical, they throw hands, have security separate them. Nothing too dangerous, but have her have a little action there. She's probably not clear yet, but you can have that and build some anticipation for that match. So she will be clear for Double or Nothing because that's what they're going for. So let's start teasing some action there. And then I think the last thing that has been officially announced, which was the thumbnail, was actually Powerhouse Hob. Do I have it here? Here it is. So Powerhouse Hob versus John Moxley for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Now, what I would do personally, because there's one more important thing that I think should be covered in the show, is the whole thing with the Elite. And that's probably one of the hottest thing that happened that some people are curious. They want to know where things are going to go. So what I would do is I would have the Young Bucks backstage before this match, and they can announce that the main event won't be closing the show because they are the EVP, and they feel like that way you kind of keep building their character and have them do things because like they've been saying, okay, they're the EVPs, blah blah blah, but they haven't been doing anything with that. So this could be like a good showing to show, hey, we EVP, we can change things around, and even though this should be the main event, yeah, you guys are not gonna be the main event. We're gonna be the main attraction at the end. We're gonna be closing the show, and we're gonna be telling you guys, announcing what's next for the Elite. So you have it at that, and then they can be like, okay, here's the main event. You have the John Moxley versus Powerhouse Hobb. You have the match. Whatever happens here, I assume John Moxley's gonna win. And after that, you have the Young Bucks come out. You have Okada come out, maybe do a little package to kind of showcase a little bit of love to Pac and that awesome match they had. And as they celebrate a little bit, they call out their newest member. Jack Perry comes out. I'm sure that there'll be a crowd reaction. They can celebrate a little bit more. You have FTR come out furious at them because, let's face it, they lost. They were kind of screwed. They come out, they brawled, they're outnumbered, and you end the show with the Elite on top of FTR to get some heat. Feel that's a great way to end the show, and you kind of build some momentum going on. You build the anticipation for Swerve versus Osprey, and you also tease Swerve versus Osprey versus Fletcher future rematch. You build you start building for Mariah May versus Tony Storm. Who's gonna turn on who. You start building for Bullet Club versus the House of Black. Whatever Jericho's gonna do. The whole thing with the best friend, have have two heels and maybe one baby face. Maybe get something out of it. Start, tuning in, like heating things up for Willow versus Mercedes, because let's face it, Mercedes haven't been doing much. And then you have the whole, Young Bucks thing. You have the Moxley match, and you have all that basically. Oh, another thing is that I forgot to mention at the very beginning. I will also mention that Bryan Danielson is not in the show. He's injured. We don't know what's of him. If you're gonna play the whole injury thing, have him not be on the show, and maybe he can be in the next Dynamite, but don't show him on this one if you're gonna play that he's really injured from his neck. But this is all. I thought the video was gonna be shorter, but hey, this is great. Wrestling is great. So Take care, everyone. If you like this video, subscribe, share, blah blah blah. You know, you guys know the drill. Goodbye.